Okay, I'm going to show you how to export from any EBSCO product, including the database we're in now, CINAHL, to RefWorks. Okay, so any one of these particular individual records or articles can be exported to RefWorks. Two ways I can do it. I can go directly one at a time and export them, or I can select them. How I would do that would be, let's say number one, I wanted to use this in my paper, or perhaps I wanted a citation in RefWorks to explore it later. I would click on this little file underneath the citation called Add to Folder. Notice that it's kind of popped up, meaning that it's got something in it. So I would just go through the database, let's say, and anytime I see something that looks like it's particularly interesting, I would just select it. So I'm adding to folder as I go, adding to folder. Okay, RefWorks does not take the full text with it. It does, in fact, take the citation and the abstract with it. So if you needed this particular full text of this article, you would have to, in this case, click on Find It, the red button, to locate it in another database or to request it interlibrary loan. The other ones that are selected, if they're full text included with the article, it's listed right below it, so you could print the PDF of this. Okay, and you'd have it. So we have a few selected, and we've clicked on the little folder. Now we go up to this top bar where it says folder, and this is our master folder list. So I've clicked on that, and here is the selection. So I've got my 4 citations. Once again, these icons at top allow me to do different things with this group. If I didn't want to use RefWorks, I could just print them. I could email them or save them. If I emailed them, anything that has full text and a PDF would go with it. And of course, the Find It button means that we haven't located it yet because we haven't clicked on it. So what I'm going to do to export it is, the first thing is to select them all. So I'm selecting all of my references. If I didn't want them, I could individually select each box that I wanted to export. The little white sheet with the green arrow is export. So now I click on it. So here I am. I'm at the exportation or the export manager page. By this time, make sure that you have your pop-up blockers turned off in your browser. In this case, Mozilla Firefox, I would go to Tools, I would go to Option, I would click on Content, and by default, pop-up Windows is checked. But I deselected it, and then I go OK. If I use Internet Explorer, it's a slightly different way of doing it, but it's basically the same. With Internet Explorer, go into Tools, Pop-up Blocker, and then its default is on, so then you would turn it off. Okay. So I now am ready to export, so I click on Direct Export to RefWorks and click on Save. I'm now at the login page. If you do not have a RefWorks account at this point, you can create one by clicking on Sign Up for an Individual Account and filling in the information, registering, and it will go back to the login page. It will go back to the RefWorks page that you will now see as I enter my information. RefWorks now opens and shows me the most recent exportations I just did. 4. I click on View Last Imported. There they are. Beautiful, aren't they? And now what I can do is I can create a folder for them by going into Folders, going Create a New Folder. I can select them all and all in list, and I can put them in an existing folder. As you notice, I've got several folders here. Or I can leave them in the last imported folder, which is default, go into Bibliography, select my output style, in this case APA 6th edition, And if I want to format a bibliography from a list of references, that means I'm going to create my references page. I would click on the drop-down arrow and tell it that I want to create a Word for Windows document. I would then go over to choose a folder and direct the system to what citations I want to create. So in this case, I don't have a folder for them. I just have the last place that they were located, which is last imported. Now I can click on Create a Bibliography. My Microsoft Word document is ready to open. And there it is. Beautiful, isn't it? Now the only thing I can tell you must pay attention to is APA has certain requirements. And one thing that it requires is a 12-point Times New Roman font. So I'm going to go up to where it says Veranda, change it to Times New Roman, go to the size and change it to 12, and there you go. How about them apples? Double spaced, hanging indent, first line is left justified, and everything is exactly as the creator intended it. The RefWorks creator, that is. So this is cool. So I can save this document and I have it. And I always have it because I can always create a bibliography at any time. For those of you new RefWorks users, go into Help, go to Tutorial, go to RefWorks Basics, spend 30 minutes with a friend and learn how the system works, because there's so much more that it'll do for you. It'll work with you. But remember, you are responsible for the output, and so you must know a little bit about the APA. And if you have the APA 6th edition or a 5th edition book, it's a great resource to have. Otherwise, if you want a nice online version of the APA, I just go in APA OWL at Google, click on APA Formatting and Style Guide, and this is a really, really good digest of the APA Style Guide. And what it does is it gets down to the nitty-gritty of the basics, like the general format, in-text citations, how reference list is set up, what the basic rules of that are. Go through it, pay attention to it, because it really isn't that difficult. It's a lot. There's a real logic to it, and the OWL has made just about as good a digest as there is out there on APA. That's it from me for Kent. Keep checking back with the LibGuides, and good luck.